What's going on, guys? It's your boy Keyboard of the Order of the Keyboard. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, today's video is going to be about a little controversial topic. A little boy fighting for his life hung himself because he could no longer stand bullying, end quote. He was bullied for liking a TV show called My Little Pony. And this is a very sad thing. It really is. It's very sad. So this brings up a different controversial topic. The name of this video I'm going to be naming is bullying. We'll be naming it bullying, but also I'm also going to name it, are we raising a generation of helpless kids? Because that's a topic that should be talked about more in today's day and age. So I'll read you a little thing that some of the things that I've wrote down here, and I replied to a friend of mine's thing on Facebook, and I'll read you what I've said to him. I said to him, this needs to be said. It's on the topic of bullying. I'm very sorry that this young boy tried to hang himself, and I really am. I feel bad for him. But as spoken below, it's his parents' fault, and it is the fault of all parents in this day and age. I think that parents need to start being freaking parents. The reason bullying can be fatal is because parents aren't raising their children, their kids, whatever you want to call them. It's causing emotional trauma to children, not to mention the fact that 9 times out of 10, parents don't do hardly anything about it, much less talk to the damn children in the first place about it. I'll elaborate more. Secondly, bullies have emotional trauma as well, or some form of emotional issues that cause them to bully other kids. They come from dysfunctional families. I know, I come from one myself. They need to be in control. Bullying behavior gets rewarded. Bad parents, yet again. Bullies can't regulate their emotions, etc., and the list goes on and on and on. Third of all, we completely and totally failed an entire generation of young men, women, and children. Of young men and women. We failed to equip them with the tools that they need today. Today, our society generally does not teach young men and young women that they should be strong, noble, ambitious, eager to take responsibility. Instead, we are constantly sending our young men the message that we expect them to act like idiots. We've told our kids to dream big, and now any small act seems insignificant. Plain and simple, because parents aren't being parents. That is the key issue to all bullying. I have a link to the article I was talking about where the kid tried to hang himself because of bullying. It's the parents' fault. It is your fault because your child is doing this kind of thing because you don't talk to your child about it. Because you constantly tell your child, no, it's okay, it's okay. The question is, the uncomfortable solutions, okay? We need to let our kids fail at like 12 years old, for instance. Which is far better than failing at 24 years old. We need to tell them the truth with grace. That a notion of you can do anything you want is not necessarily true. Kids need to align their dreams with their gifts. Every girl or every girl with a lovely voice won't sing at the Met. Every little league baseball star won't play for major leagues. Allow them to get in trouble and accept the consequences. It's okay to make a C-. Next time they'll try harder to make an A. Balance however you pronounce that shit. I'm sorry. With responsibility. If your son borrows the car, he also has to refill the tank. Collaborate with the teacher, but don't do the work for your child. If he fails a test, let him take the consequences. These are simple, short areas where we as a society, raising our children, have failed. We have failed a young generation of people. And this doesn't just this doesn't just go for society as a whole. It goes for everyone. Gamers, non-gamers, everybody. It goes for everybody. Have we raised a society of young men and women that believe this kind of thing? As I've said previously, unemployment is also rampant among our young children. Only 55.3% of all Americans between the ages of 18 to 29 were employed last year. That was the lowest level that we have ever seen since World War II. Today, our society generally does not teach young men that they should be strong, noble, and ambitious, and eager, and take responsibility. Instead, we're constantly sending our young men the message that we expect them to act like idiots, drink lots of beer, chase women, and pretty much be as lazy as possible. I fear that we have failed an entire generation of young men and women. Yes, there are many who have turned out great, but in general, we have a real mess on our hands, and something needs to be done about it. It's time you and I start doing something about it. Sure, if you don't have kids, well, wait till you do have kids and raise your children right. Because if you don't do it, nobody will. And we're going to end up with a generation of idiots, as it is beginning to see. God bless y'all. Peace out. And remember, raise your goddamn kids.